How are we doing, team? Back again today with another video, and today unfortunately it's a loss. It is my first loss in quite some time, having to eat it today. What can I say? It's what happens. But the important thing is, did I blow up? No, I didn't blow up. Did I force entries? Well, possibly towards the end I might have forced a couple, not seeing levels clearly, but I respected my stops. I respected the fact that today I wasn't trading well, was not seeing the market clearly, and I didn't compound it. So as you will see, I will show you all I have taken is a 1R loss. So a 1R loss on the day is equal to what I normally make a day. So no big deal, because normally I'm shooting at a 70-75% win rate on the day. So it is not a big deal. But as I will show you, I lost 70% of my trades today. Okay, so it is uncomfortable, it is annoying, but it's so important for you, and I really want you to understand this. When you are not seeing the market well, when you are not trading to your best ability, when you are not banking those winners, just walk away. The market will be open again tomorrow for the remainder of your life. Do not force your opinion on the market, okay? If your luck is out, it's all right. Just take it on the chin and come back. As long as your risk reward is good, you will make plenty of money in this market. Don't force it. So I'm going to show you now a trading view chart, and then we'll go through what I was thinking and where I got it wrong. So this right here is a 1 hour trading view chart. This is what I was looking at, and this is where I got things slightly wrong. And it's probably because of my bias from yesterday. So I will show you right here. I was looking for this move up yesterday, okay, and I tried to get this move numerous times yesterday, and the market wouldn't do it. It needed to build the liquidity. Now, I still had a positive day yesterday. I just didn't get the full move that I wanted. And then what happened? Overnight, as you can see right here, they did the move. So we washed down yesterday. We double bottomed in this old demand after having a bearish change of character on the hourly, but I was well aware that there was a good chance this would be a trap, okay, because we were just washing into demand, and what we're really doing is playing in a range, and in ranges you need to be trading the edges, okay, and that is my actual mistake today, and that's where I've gone wrong. So what did we have? We had this bearish change of character, we had this huge downtrend, and then we build a really nice W pattern or double bottom. So here it is yesterday. Okay, now this is on an hourly, remember, so this is a slight higher low, then we get our bullish change of character, then we pull back into the new demand created, and then overnight, instead of giving me this play yesterday when I tried, we chop around and then do the push into supply. Now, as you will see in this picture right here, I was looking for us to chop through this and expand higher, all right? That's what I really wanted. I still think there is lots of liquidity above. We have an old hourly gap and daily gap, which I'll try and show you here very quickly. And on a 4 hour chart, you can see this gap right here, okay? And I am really expecting us to come and dig into this because it has not been filled at all. So I think this is sort of max pain area for bears. If we can get above this high, push into the gap, and then I'll see, do we do a fake breakout above these highs and roll over, or are we gonna continue bullish for a Santa rally into the end of the year and take everything out just to really cause max pain? We're going to have to see, aren't we? But back to an hourly, so possibly I carried a little bit too much bias into this, because you can see I was ready for the moves. So possibly a little bit frustrated that I couldn't get this move up and that they did it overnight without me in the Asia and London session while I was asleep. So what was I looking for today? I was not looking to short the top, okay? I wasn't looking to short supply here. Maybe that was an error. I personally don't think it really set up very much on a lower time frame. Yes, from a Fibonacci point of view, it was beautiful. Okay, we came right in to the golden pocket, into supply, ticked a lot of boxes, but momentum is up, isn't it? On the daily we're up, on the weekly we're up, on the hourly we were up, on the 4 hour we were up. See, on the hourly we just taken out this pivot, so we were coming up and I was expecting the higher prices. Now arguably I needed to use this pivot. This is probably the strong high that got us to this strong low, so possibly a mistake there, and this is internal structure. Anyway, that being that, I was waiting for a pullback, okay? Rather than looking for the short rotation, I was hoping to get a pullback, and my areas that I was interested in was this area here and this area right here, which we have just come into, because this was our breakout point, okay, on our ABCD, and this was a potential area of demand that we had created before the leg up. So these were areas I was kind of interested in. And if I go to a 4 hour, okay, you will see that on a 4 hour we are still extremely bullish, and this area here could be refined on the hourly. So this was our 4 hour area, and then I made it up. So as you can see right now, we've actually come straight into that 4 hour. So maybe my thesis is right, and maybe I was a little bit impatient, and maybe I had to wait for that deeper pullback before we do this move. Time will tell, won't it? Time will tell. But for today, I'm done. I've taken my losses and I have to eat it. So how did I play this then? Going into a 1 minute chart, I will show you my errors that I made today. On a 1 minute chart, remember these grey areas were areas I was looking to buy in. Where did I go wrong? So on a 1 minute chart, we clearly have a change of character from this swing point here, okay? This should have been a sign that we were ready to roll over. So if I didn't take this breakout short, which is absolutely fine, I never recommend taking that, I should have been waiting for a return back in. And if I didn't want to use that as a pivot, I should have been aware of this. Now, I was thinking that these would be traps, okay? I was thinking we would trap shorts down here for a rotation. But what I failed to do was understand how close to supply I was, and I need to be trading the edges, and the edges are right the way down here. So that was an error. If we put the flow zones on as well, they had shifted, hadn't they? They had shifted into bearish structure. So that was my first error. So I will be very honest with you, I took a dip here and I was up very nice here and didn't take it and stopped out. And then I waited to see if we would trap to produce a potential flag. And I jumped the gun a little bit. I took this right here long again, even though flow zones are bearish, looking for this kind of W pattern for the expansion back in, and I got it wrong again, so I stopped out again. So I'm 0 for 2 by this point. So now I just wait. I just think maybe it's got to build some more liquidity, okay? And it does this move deeper into the H1 that we talked about. And instead of understanding and acknowledging that we'd now broken structure, so now we have a change of character with a break of structure, and that is confirmation of a new trend, okay? Instead of recognizing that, I forced my opinion on the market a bit, and how it got me was a very nice trap. We have a left shoulder, we have a head, and we have a potential break here, okay? This is what I thought was going to be a change of character back in, but we know that the market likes to hunt liquidity, and these equal highs here, 3 of them in a row, were just too ripe, okay? And this should have been a short trigger, okay? I even called it, I will try and show it in the comments here if you can see, I even called that this could be a trap and I need to be very careful. Why did I think that? Because we are sweeping liquidity, moving into golden zone, repricing these. So I already knew I probably should be short here, okay? And that's a sign that I'm not reading it well, because if I'm calling what it could be and I'm getting it wrong, that is a problem. So yet again, I chased here a little bit for the breakout. I didn't even wait for it to pull back in. And then I added on the dip back into here and I covered right here. So I ate my third loss on the day trying to force an opinion on the market. Now, luckily, I am very good at keeping my losses small and respecting stops. I do not push sides. I do not add into losers. I do not cause myself problems because I've been there before and done it many times. And then what happens? Then we wash down, okay? We start taking out some key levels of liquidity. So this is the Asia and London low, or Globex low, whatever you want to call it. So once we swept that, what did I then do? Again, I'm still convincing myself that these are all traps. This is completely wrong, okay? This is not how to trade, how I traded today. We were clearly in a downtrend. We were retesting 50%. And I had one more go, okay? My last go was looking again for this kind of pattern here. Unfortunately, I made some money on this one. I recognized it. So I waited and I was watching the Dixie, which is also being very awkward today, stuck in an initial balance range. And I was long in here and I sold into these levels of liquidity. And I was trying to hold a runner for a reprice, at least up to here, but it didn't work out. Okay, I took the runner off for a small amount of profit. And what does that mean? It means I did not trade well, okay? And I've recognized that. I am shooting normally 70-75% winners. Today I lost 70% of my trades. So let's have a look at the results. Here they are. So 780, minus 780 on the day, 42 in commission. So you can see I didn't overtrade. I just lost far too much. My bias was poor today, okay? Only took 10 contracts on the trades, okay? So it's not that much. And 3 of them won. And those 3 that won were that last trade that I talked about. Everything else I lost, okay? And that is when you need to recognize you're not trading well and leave the market. Now, what can happen? As I talked about, we can still trap the lows. I know you're thinking, you've been saying that all day and you're looking for it. We can still trap the lows, okay? The H4 is still in bullish structure. So this might finally be the liquidity. We do not know. And if so, it will use this and it will do this kind of pattern over the next few days. But you must not do what I did today and look for that prematurely. That is not great trading, but it's really important that I show you when I get it wrong. I'm only human. I will get things wrong, okay? And it's really important that you are able to cut your losses just like I do and not risk too much in the market. Understand when you've got it wrong. If it does not do that trap pattern and move up, what's it going to do and why did I get caught? The reason will be because the lower time frame has shifted and the higher time frame will start to shift. So the lower time frame will always have a change of character before the higher time frame. So if I go into a 4 hour now, I will show you what I'm talking about. In the 4 hour, we are still in bullish structure, okay? We are still, regardless of what anyone says, these are bullish structures. We are in a range, but we are making a move up, all right? This is currently our highest high, and this is our highest low. So until one of those is taken out, we are in bullish structure, and this is why I think we have the potential to trap right here and rotate. But if that does not happen, what will we do? We can come down to here and start to roll over. And once we take out these levels and reconfirm that this level of demand has now become supply, then and only then am I really interested in that higher time frame short, because then the 4 hour shifted, the hourly will start shifting, and then we can start attacking a lot of liquidity. All this resting liquidity down here. Okay, huge amount of liquidity down here. And on top of that, we have a ton of gaps underneath us down here, don't we? We have tons from where we gapped up during the Fed talk. And if I do some anchored VWAPs, I will probably find the reasons why I should have been short today. One in here. Let's go down to a 15-minute and see how they reacted. Okay, so you can see we are underneath these anchored VWAPs now. All right, we are getting heavy. So we need to be very careful about that. So those are the two things I'm looking at. But we are in a giant trading range, and when we are in a range, we should be looking to rotate off the high back down and rotate off the low back up, okay, until it breaks out the range and gives us confirmation. And that's why trading ranges are so much harder than really nice momentum markets. Got caught in it today, not a big deal. So until next time, learn from me. Don't force your opinion on the market. Take your losses like a champion, okay? Taking losses does not mean you are a loser. It means you are good at trading. You recognize when you have got it wrong and you eat your losses. You can come back tomorrow for another day as long as you preserve your capital and, just as important, your mental capital. So until tomorrow, trade safe, use stops. I'll see you then.